Hey, it's Ubu, and today we're playing the demo for a game called Liminal Shroud. It's developed by Everdeep Studios, it's self-published, and you can find the game on Steam. And if you're not familiar with my channel, at the end of the video I will review the game, share my general thoughts, give it my final judgment, and I will have timestamps in the description. Now I'm going to go ahead and tell you about the game, and then we'll get started. Liminal Shroud is a first-person horror exploration game set in surreal liminal environments inspired by forgotten architecture, analog technology, uncanny feeling of somewhere you shouldn't be. Unlike typical backrooms games, Liminal Shroud blends ambient dread with interactive puzzles, mystery with a horror tone, and an immersive sound design to create a truly original experience. You will traverse shifting hallways, cavernous offices, and haunting liminal spaces, all while unraveling cryptic clues and surviving the creeping presence that lurks just beyond perception. Now that you know what the game is about, we'll go ahead and hit chapters. Apparently this has the first 5 chapters, at least that's what I read. Maybe these unlock as we progress, I guess we'll see. And I guess we'll go ahead and jump right in and see what's up. I'll move my camera in a moment. Alright, we have our controls. Photosensitive warning. Flashing lights warning. Alright, here we are. We're in a spooky alley. And this game is really loud, even though I turned the volume down. Wow. Okay. Weird. Oh. Jeez Louise. This is crazy looking. What the heck, dude? Whoa, okay. Alright, a pretty good start already with the vibe. This is super creepy. Yeah, apparently there's a focus on puzzles and whatnot in this as well, like I said before. You can just sit down and chill in this chair. Nice. Don't have to do anything. That's it. That's the game. Alright, well. I like the skylight there. That's pretty cool. Squeak. Yeah, I just randomly came across this game on Twitter, I think, and I was like, man, I should try that out. Fan of the liminal space and whatnot. Already pretty cool. Apparently there's a focus on trying to make their own unique environments, which I think is great. While I like seeing everyone, you know, do their own take on familiar liminal spaces, I'm happy to see what these people have in store, these developers, and see what their spin on liminality is. So far, so good. And sprint, so. And I do have scary events turned on. That is something you can turn off in this as well. So, if you're looking for more of an exploration kind of thing instead of a horror kind of thing, it's good that you can choose. Even though nothing's happened yet, this is like really creepy. I don't know why. Okay. Just kind of walking around. Exploring. Red ball. Red something. Ball. That's the first thing I thought of. Housekeeping. Looks really cool. Alright, I guess we need to look around. We can jump. Hmm. Strange. Okay, let's look in here, I guess. Was that me? I don't think that's me doing that. Man, this place is strange. What in the world? Pretty impressive so far, actually. I like these reflective surfaces as well. Somebody's messing around the other side of the curtains there. Trying to scare me. We don't have a reflection. You know what that means? Oh. Oh, 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 oh. Black mist. Hello? Wow, that was eerie. Okay. Stop it. Stop messing with me. I just want this ball. That's all I want. It's okay. Okay. Don't mind me. I mean no trouble. Bro, this game is giving me chills. I already have a ball, but thank you. Maybe I need two? I don't know. I ask questions out loud a lot. Also, if you're new to my channel, I appreciate you joining us. Had some steady growth lately. It's been great. Okay. I guess we don't need both. Alright. Oh no, is this a maze? Something very subtle about this environment, but also it's very effective. I'm not sure why. It's the geometry has a lot to do with it, but it's just odd. It's a very odd place. Clearly. Like, duh. Oh, man. I'll definitely have to try this game without the scary events just to see how different it is, because I'm really curious of... Oh. What is and what isn't an event in just default is what I was trying to say. I think clearly the giant black clouds are scary events. What's going on with that light up there? What am I doing in here? I don't even know, dude. Oh, okay. Oh, jeez. What? Wow, okay. It is really dark in here. Some kind of maze. Don't know if that was us, like that's considered a level that we just went through. Chapter, rather. I guess we'll just keep looking around. Yay. Kind of hugging a wall here. I feel a little safer having a wall near me. Okay. I'm not really sprinting all that much because I'm just kind of soaking everything in. I didn't want to rush through this necessarily. All the liminal space games that I play, I'm always sprinting, and I'm like kind of tired of it. just saying. Oh no, is this like the Kokiri Forest or whatever in Legend of Zelda? We have to like go through the right paths or whatever. Don't know if I need to listen out for something or what. These all seem to be the same. Well, this has a dead end on this side. Okay, we'll go this way. What? Who said that? Somebody said, look over here. Quick over here. Eesh. Dang, this game is creepy, dude. I don't scare easily, by the way. I guess it's all depending on the day. But also just the overall presentation of this game is really effective just right out of the gate. Stop it. Right. Ew. Rod. Rod. What? What happened? Of course the door had to open outward. What the heck? We were getting chased by something. I want to barrel through the door, man. I don't want to have to like stop, pull the door open. No. No bueno. We got a long hallway here. Clearly. Captain Obvious. Who's making that noise? Oh. Okay. Oh, okay. That's something. Oh. Wow, okay. Is anybody here? Hello? I'm the new janitor. I think I might not want this job anymore. Alrighty. I believe that's where we came in. What the heck was that? Jeez, dude. Hearing some kind of static or something. Oh. Okay, we got a chair that's having a fit. This is where we start. Uh-oh. That is really cool. These, like, transitions between areas. Pretty great. I like it. Okay, we can move these, so that's good. I guess. Don't need to, like, push it down in there. Okay, let me turn that flashlight off. It's kind of bright. Come on. Get in there. We did it. This is a pretty weird place. Maybe I'll go around. I actually don't know if I need to be pushing the balls down in these little alcoves or not, but I'm in like compelled to do it for some reason. Random knocking. Good. I like the texture work on these. Get in there. The game overall has a pretty nice sort of grunginess about it. Decent filter as well. Like found footage kind of VHS filter. Oh. Oh no. Things covered with sheets. Yay. What's the worst that can happen? I'm already getting a bad feeling, y'all. Already a bad feeling. Okay. I'm just listening. I'm not quiet because I'm nervous. I swear. Oh, I didn't really mean to do that, but there's a ladder there, so that's pretty cool. Let's look around a little bit more up here. I didn't want to go down there yet, so bunch of random chairs and stuff. Okay. What's your problem? Yeah, I'm enjoying just kind of looking around at sort of a slow and steady pace. Into hiccups. It's really disorienting being so close to those. Gosh. Hello? Anything over here? What could that possibly be? It's like twisted. I actually don't want to know. Never mind. I moved. Oh, look out. Collision. I'm compelled to also push this ball this way. Stop! No! Dang it. Oh, what's this? What did that do? I really want to push one of these balls off of there. I don't know why, but I don't know if it'll let me, but I'll try one more time, and then we'll move on. Come on, come on. Yeah, 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 yeah. There we go. I have to look away from it because it's just overwhelming. Hey, oh. What? What happened? What was that? Was I not supposed to do that? Why did it respawn me? I feel like I bugged something out, glitched something. I don't know, let's do it again. Oh. Okay, we can go get it now. Alright, let's go down this ladder. I know that was probably the most riveting, interesting thing ever, but I don't know, I just thought it was... I thought it was fun. There's something about, like, playing older games too, like when I was a kid. Stop. Don't do that. What is that freaking noise? Like in older games, if you could ever like throw something off a cliff or in a pit or something, you would do it, right? Because that's what I would do. Right? Why is that like respawning me when I do that? That is so strange. Hmm. Well, we have to get to the last one, right? Oh. Get back here. We can sprint down ladders. That's great. What? What? Stop yelling at me. Okay, this is the last one that I could have found so far. I think I already said that, but let's see if it teleports me again. Huh. Alright, anyways, I think I've wasted enough time doing that. Let's move on. Another switch. I see another one over there. Okay, so we're turning these switches on for some reason. Here we go. Okay. I guess maybe we'll go up this way. I like this place a lot. It gives off like sort of like a department store kind of vibe, like a mall, like a showroom. I swear I heard somebody walking up on me. That really freaked me out. Whatever that was sounded like a giant monster. Sheesh. I bet we'll just find like a sheet laying on the floor as though like something came out from underneath it. They keep making noises. Stop it. Okay, here we go. Further down this level. Oh, there's some green lights I see there. Okay, maybe that's telling us how many switches there are. Well, it looks like we got all 5, so... Let's go. Oh, I see. Yeah, these must have been blocking it. These are like different walls. Okay. A red ball. Whoa. Red ball on a desk. I don't like this place. What is happening? There's so much noise. This place is super creepy. What the heck? It's like a funeral parlor or something kind of vibe. Or like, I don't even know how to explain it. Really, really strange. I don't like this place, dude. Who's running around? Okay. Yeah, I was under the impression that I need to find the radio. Oh no. Oh, I see. Yeah, there's another door with lights. This is a really creative area. Just visually, it's great. I'm so nervous though. I just stop trying to scare me. So far, the scares have only been, like, noises, which are very effective. It makes me so freaking nervous. What is that? What? Like, I don't think technically there are monsters, but... Or threats, rather? I'm not quite sure. It said it on the... You know, whatever. Not worry about that right now. I'm very nervous. This place looks so cool, though. There we go. I knew all the lights were going to go out. Let's get out of here. Jeez Louise, man. Oh, great. This is like the shining carpet, but like curtains? Or whatever these are? Not quite the right color, but the pattern is there. These kind of look like trees, but they're just fabric. Like some weird Dark Souls kind of stuff here. Maybe we sit down here? Yeah, I guess the lamp's broken. Whoops. Oh, we can see our light on the wall. I hear kind of something breathing. Where do we go? Chair didn't seem to do anything, so I'm under the impression I'm missing something. What's going on? The only thing in here that I noticed is... Oh, this turned green. Wait, what? Wow, this is weird. I really like this, though. This is very unique to me. Oof. Yeah, there it is on the wall there. What'd you say? I can't hear you. You're whispering too much. I can't understand you. Who said that? Speak clearly. Yeah, you've done the curtain rustling a million times now. It's not gonna work anymore. Oh. I'm hoping I'd, like, see something that's, like, trying to scare me. I appreciate the focus on audio, but... Show me something. This area is pretty neat. It reminds me of, you know, Dreamcore that we just played. The Liminal Hotel. Had like the Twin Peaks kind of stuff towards the end. With the red curtains and whatnot. Oh, look at that. We're like collecting. That's what I thought the red ball was kind of representing earlier, but like we're collecting these different items for the desk. Maybe that represents each chapter. So maybe we've done 2 chapters. Jeez. So loud. Uh-oh. I heard somebody whisper to me again. Alright, let's keep looking around. I think I'm hearing footsteps. I feel like there's a slight amount of hitching in this area. Looks like I'm kind of skipping a little bit. It's so subtle, but not sure if it's just me or what. Oh, it looks like a person. Let's investigate. They were like kind of using the wall to support themselves. Man, so itchy today. Oh, jeez. That was weird. That's kind of what I was wanting. Something visual. Like, crazy shaky head stuff doesn't really do anything for me, though. This place is gross, dude. It's here. What's here? Tell me. Are they afraid of me? Am I the monster? Oh no. Let's make a circle. Oh, okay. That's the chair we saw earlier. Do I need to pay more attention to these paintings? Yeah, because there's paintings or photos of this chair over and over again, so... Okay. This place is really cool. Like a weird mansion. Like haunted mansion. I like the wallpaper too. Look at this. This is style. This is what I'm talking about. Alright, we need to find some kind of chair. I was actually talking about that while playing Liminal Hotel and Dreamcore. Is like we need to get back to having this cozy style in the way we decorate houses and stuff. Not saying I would necessarily want to live in a house that looks like this specifically, but the whole curtain thing is odd to me. Okay. I'll just turn that off. I mean, why not? I thought that was funny. Who's laughing? Why are there 5,000 light fixtures on the wall? What do they call those? Like sconces or something? Something like that. Wait. Here it is. This is what we're looking for. Eesh. These weird kind of curtains again that remind me of like a funeral parlor or something. I've been to a handful of funerals. I don't know why I said that, but it's just, I guess, related to the curtains. Hey, hey, hey. What you doing over there? You okay? I mean, look at this place. Oh! Why? I was backing up to look at the room, and I went through the wall. Look how weird this is. Is it just me, or does it seem like the color in this game kind of like pulses? It's like it like saturates and desaturates. Like you can see it sort of in the corner over there where it's lit up. It's like it gets a little bit more pink and a little bit more yellow. It's like kind of fading back and forth. I feel like I was noticing that earlier, but I think now I'm convinced it's happening. Just really a strange detail. Look how comfy that chair looks. Oh my god. Alright, we got some slides in that photo. But I guess that's what we're looking for. Are these like different? I don't know why I could back up into that corner like that. That was kind of like somebody just sat down. Hello? I feel like some of the voices have become maybe a bit too frequent, but I'll talk more about that later. Nice blue color here. Keeps showing me a picture of that slide. I don't know if it means I need to be looking out for like a red area because of the red slide. I was thinking maybe there would be like a color combination, but no, here we go. This is a lot more obvious. Now we have a photo on the wall. I like the idea of like populating this room with different objects related to the chapters. God almighty, why is that so loud? Okay, here we are. A new area. Like some slides. Slide place. This slide area. The area of slides. Going down the red one, of course. Red one's the best. Duh. Wake up. I am awake. Whoa! A foam pit. Foam cube pit. Pit of foam cubes. Oh no. Let's follow the red one. Oh. Whoa, whoa. I don't think I'll ever trust foam pits, to be honest. I don't think I could get out of one. I just would fall into them, and that's where I am. That's where I live now. Oh, it's that black mist. Ooh. Alright, see you later, buddy. How come he doesn't want to hang out with me? What's his problem? Wow, look at this place. Holy. This is like some brutalist... I don't even know. Monolithic looking stuff. I mean, we gotta keep going down the red slide, right? Even though it's like the spookiest looking area. Let's do it. Let's descend further into madness. Wee! My leg! This is really cool. It's giving off like Soviet era kind of bunker stuff, or like a submarine base, or a fallout shelter kind of vibe. All the lights went out. Jeez, my game locked up. Okay. Please don't turn into like something's tongue. Wouldn't that be weird? I don't know why I just thought of that. Oh, Lord. Help. That good? Oh, Liminal Shroud. I was gonna say, was that good or bad? Because kind of looked bad. You've wandered the forgotten halls, touched the edges of reality, and survived that which lurks between, but the shroud is far from finished with you. If its whispers still echo in your mind, wishlist on Steam, you'll be ready when the full release drags you back in. Alrighty then. To be continued. And I have wishlisted the game already. So there you go. Alright, well now I'm back on the main menu where I will review this demo. I think about this a lot, and I'm not sure how common it is for people to review demos, but I've been doing that for a while now. I don't know, I just have a good time doing it. Anyways, I'm going to start with the visuals, and I would say visually the game is really well done. I really like the overall vibe this game is able to portray. The VHS filter I think is acceptable. I don't mind it at all. It's very subtle, but I think works very well. And I will say the level design and just the overall architecture of everything and what it's populated with works really well. I just really like this game visually. I really liked the levels that we experienced, or the chapters. They almost had their own themes about them, but just in general had a very unique presentation, and I really liked it a lot. I don't think I have any issues with the game visually. I think it's all very well crafted, and like it mentioned on the Steam page, how they're going for more unique locations that are more inspired by liminality rather than trying to do things that, you know, we've seen a million times. And I think that's really shown here. I think these are, from my experience with liminal space games, these areas do give a very strange liminal feeling, but are completely unique in their presentation. Even though we may see things like slides or curtains or weird things like that that we're familiar with, I think the setting itself and the way they're presented comes across as just a very enthralling, immersive, unique experience. So overall, visual presentation in this game is really good. Especially with the use of lighting and colors and just the textures of everything, sort of the odd grunginess things seem to have about them. It's obviously a pretty almost photorealistic game as well, and I think that helps with the immersion in a lot of ways. And I would say just really good job with the visuals. Now onto audio. Audio in this game is also really well done. I think very appropriate for the environments that we're in. Of course, subtle environmental sounds like lights flickering or humming when we turn on a lamp or turn a lamp off, radio static, our footsteps and rustling of curtains and all kinds of strange noises and ambience and music throughout, I think all culminates to create a very immersive experience. And I think all the sound design in this game so far is very appropriate, very congruent as well with what we're actually doing, and I think that is what makes it so effective. Now, in terms of the horror side of things with audio, I don't mind the weird like knocking on the walls or on the doors. You'll hear random footsteps running away, stuff like that, rustling of curtains, whispering, people talking to you. I don't mind that. I think it was very effective, but after a while I felt like it became too repetitive, where I just kind of got used to it because I knew nothing was really going to get me. At least I don't think it would. I believe the game said that there's nothing that's going to actually like attack us in this game, but I think the vibe was definitely elevated in terms of its horror angle with all of the additional sounds and stuff and the environment that was messing with us and talking to us. I think it definitely elevated the experience, but like I said, may have overstayed its welcome just a little bit. And if it was less frequent and maybe more unique sounds the further we went, it got just a little repetitive with the same kind of whispering and the same kind of rustling, same kind of knocking, and that's just me. But early on it definitely really freaked me out. And I think the creepiest place so far was the place with all the curtains where we were clicking on the radios. That was a strange place, and the audio really helped it. So overall, audio I would say is pretty solid, even though some of the horror elements can maybe get a little repetitive. Now, in terms of mechanics, I like the focus on exploration in this game and also some puzzle solving here and there. Puzzles being related to the environment, I think, is very well implemented as well. So you have your, finding the red ball to throw into that weird pit thing, and then you need to find all the switches to open those doors, and then you need to find like different paintings and go sit in different chairs or things like that. And I think that works really well as a way to, traverse us into the next area. It's simple, but I think appropriate for this kind of game, if that makes sense. It didn't seem convoluted or break the pacing. I think if you made something too complex or involved with like hunting keys or something in this kind of game, it may break the immersion. It could have broken the just pacing itself, like I said. I think the fact that the puzzles themselves are very environmental focused and are congruent with our progress as we explore at the same time, I think comes together really well. There's a nice synergy there. It's like, oh, I see these paintings or photos of a chair. I need to just go look for that and see what happens. It's not like the most complicated thing ever, but I think, like I said, encourages exploration and doesn't detract you too far away from the overall feeling. I also really like the moments of transitioning between different environments and levels. I think that really encapsulates the idea of liminal spaces being transitional areas, places between places. I think being able to cross those different thresholds into these different environments, I think really brings everything together. And I really like that. So mechanically across the board, I would say the game is pretty solid. I have no issues with it personally, and I liked it a lot. Now, in terms of story and concept, I'm not aware of much of a story necessarily. We're in this strange sort of liminal hellscape or whatever you want to call it, and we need to explore. It's not really about a story as more as is about the environment and the gameplay itself. So while there is no real story to really talk about, I think it's still really effective in its overall feeling and presentation. Now, in terms of the concept of the game, I think the concept is really solid with the focus on wanting to create a unique liminal experience, and I think you've done a pretty solid job of doing that so far. While there are a couple of things that we may be familiar with, like, oh, you see these big colorful slides, of course you might think, I've seen that in other liminal space games, but the way they're implemented in the environment that they're in is completely unique. I don't see a lot of slides like areas. Usually we see them in like pool areas, but these slides were in like this concrete, like bunker, like brutalism inspired architecture kind of strange place. I don't know how to describe that any better, but I like that you can kind of take some inspirations from liminal spaces and then make them something unique. And I think you did a pretty solid job with that. So conceptually, the game is really solid. And I do like the horror angle of things. Of course, I can turn off the scary events, like I said earlier, if I would like to, but overall the concept is really good and it makes me excited to see more. Now, in terms of performance and settings, I would say the game performed pretty well. I still feel like this game may put a little bit of strain on my computer though. Of course, that may be in conjunction with me recording at the same time. That might, be why it's maybe struggling a little bit, but I didn't really notice any actual issues aside from being in like the hotel area. I don't know how to describe that place where it's like really moldy and where you need to find the chair and turn that lamp on and sit in the chair to progress. The chair that had the entity in it, like shaking its head around, that area felt like it had a couple of noticeable kind of hitches where I'm walking and there's almost like a split second of maybe less than a second of me kind of like skipping or being, having some kind of hitching. I don't know if that was just me, but aside from that, everything else I would say performed really well. Nothing really stood out to me where I'm like, oh, this is like, really tough to play through, but I still wanted to point that out. So I would say performance is fine for me personally. The recommended hardware requirements on Steam are really vague and I think should probably be more transparent, and I'm sure you're working on that, but it doesn't really say what is recommended, so I would be nice to know. But aside from that, performance across the board I would say is acceptable. It didn't break my immersion or make the game insufferable or annoying or anything like that. It didn't take away from any of my enjoyment, so I would say performance for me is good. And then we'll also talk about settings during this segment. So we have gameplay settings here. You have your field of view, your smooth camera, your head bobbing, and scary events, which I have turned on. And also your volume options here, your master volume, effects volume, and music volume. Now I turned the master volume down to 60 and I applied it, and the game is still quite loud. I'm not sure if you need to adjust some of the volume mixing in the future, but it's quite up there. Maybe I should have turned down effects as well, but I assumed master would affect all of that. Maybe I should tinker with it a little bit more. But anyways, you have your input settings here. You can adjust your camera sensitivity, your inversion of horizontal and vertical cameras as well, and then you can, I believe, you can rebind these if you'd like to, and it also has gamepad support, so if you prefer to use a gamepad over keyboard and mouse, you have the option for that, so that's great. You also have toggle run that you can change as well, so that's pretty cool. And then for video settings, you can show your FPS here in the top right if you're messing around with things and trying to get a stable FPS, but this is only on the main menu, so keep that in mind. So you have your screen resolution here, your screen mode, your FPS limit, which I really appreciate, VSync, screen percentage, brightness, temporal upsample, video degradation effect. So that'd be like the VHS filter basically. And these are all your quality settings. They were all on high for me by default. I don't know if that's like auto detection or just the overall default options. I turned down shadow quality and volumetric fog quality because I noticed it didn't really affect the main menu here as some of the other options will, and I wanted to try to even out its performance a little bit before I got started. But for the quality settings, you have view distance, anti-aliasing, post-processing, shadow quality, global illumination, reflections, textures, visual effects, shading, and volumetric fog. So there is a myriad of video settings to adjust to your liking and to also probably affect your performance if you're having any troubles. So I think all of these options are a welcome sight and well done. So while performance may have had a couple of noticeable hitches, I would say overall it was good, and I really like the settings and I think they're acceptable and well put together. So my final judgment for the Liminal Shroud demo is I would say it's an excellent game. I had a really good time with this. It was really enjoyable. I really like its visual presentation, its audio design, its focus on environmental puzzles, and also creating a unique liminal experience. I think all of that was definitely noticeable and well put together and well crafted. While there's not much of a story, the overall concept of the game I think is really strong and really stands out to me. Performance, while it may have had a couple of problems, it was good in general, so no real complaints there, and I really like the settings that you have available. So overall, a really solid demo. I had a really good time with this. I like its focus on being unique. I think just overall it's a very well crafted demo. It makes me excited for the full game. I think this game has a lot of promise, so keep up the great work, and I wish you the best of luck on your future endeavors. Tell me what you think in the comments below. What are your thoughts thoughts on this game? Do you agree or disagree with me? Do you have anything to add? You just want to say hi? Let me know what's up. Don't forget to check the pinned comment below for the links to everything and go play this game for yourself and form your own opinion. If you'd like to support my channel, hit subscribe, leave a like, comment, and share the video. I'd greatly appreciate that. Now, thank you for watching my video. Hope you have a wonderful day, and I think that's all I have to say about it. So thanks for hanging out with me, and don't forget.
The pale moth is always